out. My microphone's on. So how many of you were able to access the PowerPoint video last night? So most people. It was describing to you how to use regression to explain the relationship between two variables, an x variable and a y variable, and then use that relationship to make predictions. Okay, so what we're going to do today is an activity that you're going to get some data that has x variables and y variables, and you're going to make predictions, and you're going to test your model and see how it works. Okay, so I've handed out a activity sheet that describes what's going to happen. What I'd like you to do is get into groups of 4. Then once you've decided on your group, I'd like you to take a couple of minutes to read the first few paragraphs of the activity sheet so that you can see what's going to happen today. And while you're doing that, I'm going to be passing out some materials. Okay? So gather yourselves around, and you can move the desks and things like that as much as you want. Okay? In your group, you each have at least 4 people. You're going to have one person holding the yardstick. You're going to have one person dropping the ball, one person looking to see how high the ball bounces back, and one person recording your data. If you have 5 people in your group, you're going to have 2 people looking to see how high the ball bounces back, and you'll have to resolve any disagreements as to how high the bounce was between yourselves before you record it. Okay? Is everybody sure what's going on now? Okay, let's gather some data. You're gonna bounce the ball 3 times from each height and get 3 different values. Okay. You can choose your own heights for the other ones.
Pointing.
Going down. Oh, okay.
So y'all just want to go down to 30?
30?
Yeah, say 30.
No, 30.
30? I don't know. That was like 21, yeah. Yeah, we could do it too.
Okay, so everybody's busy entering data into your calculators. While you're doing that, I want you to make sure that you have 30 pieces of information in each of your 2 lists, and that the lists are paired. So if you have a 36 next to a 21 on your piece of paper, then the 36 and the 21 need to be in the same row on your stat list. Okay? Okay, so we've got 4 numbers and we've interpreted them. I want you to answer a few more questions, and I'll stop you when we get to the prediction part. Okay? So go through your worksheet and answer a few more questions, and I'll stop you again in a few. Okay, so why do we care, right? We just did this model and we dropped balls and we got the y equals a plus bx. What's that good for? Well, what that's good for is to use that model to predict what will happen if we were to drop the ball again. Okay? So I want you to pick a number that is on your yardstick that is not one of the heights that you already dropped the ball from. Okay? Have that in your head. Okay? Now, is that number an x value or a y value? That's an x. Why is that an x?
The one that we chose.
It's what you choose, right? It's the input. Okay, so you have an equation, y equals a plus bx, right? Put that x into that equation, y equals a plus bx. In other words, multiply it by b and add a and get what y is, okay? When you do that, you're getting a y value, and what is y for this example? The rebound height, right? X is the drop height and y is the rebound height. So in other words, you're taking a drop height that you haven't dropped the ball from, and you're predicting what the rebound height will be. Okay? So go ahead and get that value, and then we're going to check your prediction by actually dropping the ball a few times from that height. Okay? So go ahead and do that.
Let's do it closer to
Okay, so how did your prediction work? Did it work?
Right on. We were pretty close.
All right. It's nice when stuff works, isn't it?
Yeah.